Hey Simlies, it's Deligracy here, and I've got a speed build today for you guys. I am building a warehouse that has been transformed into a health and well-being gym, or I guess it's more like a health and well-being center. So basically, in the center, we're going to have a gym, we're going to have a pool, we're going to have consultation rooms, sauna, meditation areas, and a yoga room as well. So it's kind of like a whole mix of health and well-being. And I think I decided to do this because I had someone on Twitter, Simly tweeted me and said, can you please do like maybe a warehouse transformed into a house? But I actually thought, because a few of you guys have been asking for community lots, that I would try a community lot for a change, just to keep it all fresh and yeah. So and I also got one from Rika, a tweet saying, I would love to see a Delhi style contemporary farmhouse. That's another one I thought would be kind of cool. And oh yeah, it was Jeff who said an old factory loft with old brick and wood floors. So Jeff kind of inspired me for this build. So I went with this warehouse idea, which is different to what Jeff tweeted me, but I still like, whenever I read tweets, I'll often screenshot them, so when I go to build something later on, I can go back to those screenshots and be like, oh yeah, that was a really cool idea, maybe I'll just kind of do it this way or this way, and I often combine your ideas as well with other people's, so yeah. I also think I am beginning to be quite focused on health at the moment. I think it's because now Australia is coming into spring. We've just had our winter because we're on the other side of the world to many countries like the US and Europe. So you guys over there, you've just enjoyed the warm weather. And we've been watching all your Instagrams and your tweets and your Snapchats just saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to the beach. It's so sunny. Look at the flowers and the bees. And we've been like sitting here in Australia, meanwhile, like crying an old devo because there's no sunlight and we don't get enough vitamin D, which means we don't get enough dopamine or whatever it is that makes you happy from the sun. Endorphins. And at last, it's spring. I can smell it in the air. The flowers smell beautiful. I can smell Daphne, my favorite white flower. And you know, it just feels warmer in general, and I'm in a good mood, and when I'm in a good mood, I'm more motivated to do stuff and be active and eat well. So that is why I decided to do a wellness center, because I'm all about that right now. Let's hope it lasts for a long time, because often I just go through maybe 2 weeks of being like, yes, I'm gonna be so healthy and fit, and then the third week comes along and I'm like ordering a burger in bed at midnight because I'm hungry at midnight, so I get delivered. That's a true story. I actually did that a couple of weeks ago. So yeah. My favorite part of this build was probably actually the beginning that we're working on right now. I loved building the warehouse. It was so much fun. I adore exposed bricks. If you guys have seen pictures on my Instagram or also my Snapchat at Deligracy and Twitter at Deligracy, you will see that where I live, I have a lot of exposed brick walls. So naturally, I'm into this kind of look and feel. I love industrial aesthetics fused with soft, more clean and crisp interiors. So that's kind of what I did with this. And I also had a lot of you guys asking for more pastel colors in builds, which is interesting because I know a lot of you guys get sick of the pastels really quickly, but then a lot of you guys really like them. So I've also included some pastels, but I tried to put a little bit more of a fruity twist on them, so they're not so much, oh baby pink, oh baby blue and lilac. It's a little bit more, I tried to make it a bit more trendy and slightly clinical as well, because it is in areas, there are like consultation rooms, and I don't know, I just felt like, because it had a bit of a doctor feel about it, I wanted it to be a little bit clinical feeling, but at the same time very fresh. So I'm excited to show you guys that soon. The other thing I often get feedback on is the speed of these speed builds. Usually I go like by 500 to 600 times the speed I was doing it at. So I've actually taken it down to all of it in 500 times the speed. No, what am I talking about? Not 500 times the speed, 5 times the speed. So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can watch this okay. I think it's better than usual because I know some of you guys were saying, please slow it down. It's just a little bit hard for me to watch and I don't want to get motion sickness. I really do understand motion sickness. I have been a little bit concerned lately when I've been trying out VR. I can feel very sick using VR very quickly, and I know you can build up a tolerance to it, so I'm hoping the more I play VR, the better I'll get with it. But I definitely hate motion sickness. I get it in games a lot. So unfortunately it affects a few of us. It's annoying, so I don't want you guys being like, I feel like I'm gonna boff watching your videos. No, that's not gonna happen. I am slowing it down for y'all. Y'all. Such a weird word. I guess it's not really a word. Anyways, moving on. So the packs I've used in this build is everything. Recently, I've done several base game builds. I've also done a couple of builds that use like 1 stuff pack, 1 expansion pack. So this time I decided to go all out. And of course, it's more tempting to use everything on a bigger build because there's more space to fill and it's just nice having more things to fill that space with. However, I know that some of you guys have asked for I think some of you are asking for like a base game mansion or a base game big house. We've also been asked for an affordable house with like 5 bedrooms. So the lowest cost house possible, but with a lot of Sims that can fit in it. I kind of like the idea of that challenge. I'm kind of keen to do that. So we'll see how we go. I also had quite a nice weekend. I actually got to sleep this weekend. I don't really sleep all that much these days. Well, actually that's a lie. I do sleep, but my sleeping pattern's a little bit odd these days because every day I'm up at 6 during the week or a bit before 6 because I will either go to the gym for a class at 6 a.m. or on every second day I'll be... So wait, Monday I have off, Tuesday I have gym at 6, Wednesday I have a live stream usually, at least that's what I'm trying to do, at 6 or 7. Thursday I have gym at 6, Friday I have another live stream, maybe 7 or 8 a.m. But I'm usually up at 6 anyways, and because of that, I have to get up at like 5:30 maybe, and I actually go to bed really late. So what I end up doing is I like go to sleep at 1, 2 maybe, get up at 6, do the live stream or do my gym workout, then I come back home and I'll sleep for another 2 hours. So then I get the full 7 or 8 hours sleep, but it's just broken up, which apparently Einstein used to do. So I don't actually feel like I'm that much of a case. Like I feel like I'm actually a genius like Einstein. Okay, obviously I'm being sarcastic, but I don't know. It seems to be working for me. Like I'm not getting sick. I don't feel tired all the time. I feel quite healthy. So I think it's working for me. And I can't even remember why I was talking about this. It's gone. Oh yeah, I had a good weekend. I actually got some sleep. So I went home. I was with my sister and my mum, and it was really nice. I slept in, which was good. I saw Zach, my boyfriend, and yes, his name is Zach. A lot of you guys just know him as Boy Fligracy, but his name's Zach, and he's lovely. And saw 2 of my girlfriends, and yeah, that was my weekend. Yeah, it was a good time. What did you guys get up to? Did you guys have a nice weekend? Did you get to do anything exciting, or was it like a boring weekend? Did you have to study? Did you have to work? I'd love to know. I just ate a strawberry, yummy. All right, so now we're just going to be doing a little bit of landscaping here. We're just putting in some trees. There is very little landscaping in this because I wanted it really to stay true to the warehouse look and feel of being pretty much completely built on concrete. Now, I've also skipped ahead because I felt like showing the layout of the first level was a bit boring because it took me a while to figure out. So we've just jumped ahead where we're actually doing a consultation room right here. So this is where there might be a dietitian or a doctor, like a GP. I kind of imagine if it is a GP, it would be a holistic doctor. So someone who might focus on alternative methods rather than prescribing drugs. They might prescribe herbs or just alternative things to do or help you with diet, etc. Which I think there is definitely, like, my personal opinion, everyone's very, very different with health. Health's like a very heated topic for a lot of people. Some people get really like, oh my God, that's so wrong. You should not do that, or you should do this. But my personal opinion is that I think, of course, you know, conventional medicine is amazing and it is very important. I have always got my injections and shots. I do believe in that. I think that diet is something that a lot of doctors will not advise people to change or look at. They would rather just prescribe them something to fix their issue rather than helping to change their lifestyle. So I quite like going to a holistic doctor just to look at some other options before having to put something in my body that is just like a quick fix. You know what I mean? I think sometimes it's totally necessary, but if you can avoid it, I'm all for that if it's possible. So that's kind of what I imagine this place to be. It's a really trendy place, you know, maybe they're a little bit cutting edge, a little bit alternative, and this is the main consultation room, but there's going to be another one as well. And I love when I use these shelf objects in Sims 4. I love like adding an extra mirror or something to them. And of course, for a little bit of extra privacy, some curtains are always a nice thing, because I just think if you're in a room and you don't have privacy and who knows what they're going to have to check out, you're going to want a curtain. So I decided to put that in. My favorite part of this interior is a really random part. It's actually the corridor that goes, if you've just walked into the building, you're facing away from the front doors, the corridor on the left is my favorite part. And I also love the color palette. I love these... I actually call them grandma colored couches, that beigey creamy color, warm beige cream. It's very clinical in my mind, but at the same time it's really warm, and that fused with some soft greens I think is kind of nice, and blues. So we're kind of making it clinical and at the same time quite warm. At least that's what I'm going for. And this rug in that front area is just, I don't know, it just is happy. And a lot of doctors or health places aren't as friendly as they probably would be nicer being like, wait, can I speak English? Do I speak English? Like, seriously, what? What I'm trying to say is that carpet is happy. That rug is happy, and I like happy places. So that's why I put it in there, and yeah, it's pretty much coming along. We will skip a couple of parts in this build because I think you get the general idea of what I'm doing, but I'm trying to include anything that might be unusual or that I felt like you guys needed to see. But personally, I don't, if I watch speed builds, because I love watching speed builds of The Sims 4, I definitely am happy to skip some parts of it. I don't need to sit there for a whole hour or 40 minutes. I'm happy for it to be cut down a little bit. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. But do let me know, as always. I've been really enjoying reading comments recently and responding to them. I think I went through a stage where I was really put off by comments. I think as the channel grows, we have more and more people joining our family community we have here on YouTube on this channel. And this has always been a very, very lucky channel in my mind because you guys are so nice and respectful. It's quite amazing. And YouTube can be a very, very harsh place for creators. Some of the comments on my friends' videos, I just think, wow, they really put up with a lot. And as your channel gets bigger, just the way it works is you get more negative comments or rude comments. And for a while, because I wasn't used to it, admittedly, it did put me off. Oh, this is a little kids area where that fake grass is, the AstroTurf. I thought that was kind of cute. Putting a little dollhouse in to play with if your child's waiting in the waiting room. I thought that was very cute. But yeah, I think I was put off comments for maybe a month and I didn't respond to as many, which I feel guilty about. I do. But I think I just had to have some of those bad comments in order to become a stronger person and to, use it as character building. And now I'm back to loving the comments and I'm more resilient than I ever have been before. So you live and you learn, I guess. So yeah. Now what's this going to be? Oh, okay. So we've just made a couple of massage rooms. There's also a couple of saunas. And this is going to be a chair massage room. So with The Sims 4, we have the full massage tables available for us players to use, but they also have these chairs, which I think you can give a foot massage or receive a foot massage on. No happy endings in The Sims 4, I might add, but yeah, it's nice. And I'm quite into matching furniture to the walls. I don't really know what my obsession is with matching interiors at the moment, but I love it when a chair blends into the wall. My wall that I'm looking at right now behind my monitor is a brick wall, industrial brick, and my background on my computer is industrial brick, so that the screen matches the wall. I think I'm a little strange, but I like it, so I do it. Whatever makes you happy, And then down here, we're actually going to be having a bit of a change room area. We've got the female toilets and showers on one side, and then the male toilets and showers on the other side, with kind of this middle area where there's a few lockers and a nice place to sit down. I quite liked using that wall decor item as well as a screen to separate the two areas or the two benches. And just some nice simple mirrors is good. Is good. And I did want to keep this build kind of simple and clean. I didn't want to over accessorize the whole thing. It's just, I don't know. I think if I'm doing a build where I want it to feel very lived in and cozy, and sometimes I might create a house like the swamp build where I wanted it to kind of look like there's all old furniture and piles of collections of different things and whatnot. Then I will go to town with furnishing, with packing it all in. I will pack it into that grid. But for this, cleanliness, openness was the goal. And I like the juxtaposition between that and the harshness of the exterior of the build, which is harsh industrial. Yeah. I'm going a lot because I think I feel very relaxed. I have to say, going for a float in an isolation tank last week really changed my body. It just feels so relaxed and zen now. It's incredible. I went on Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm recording this on a Monday, so it's actually quite a few days later. And it's still with me. It's beautiful. We also have really exciting news for those of you in the UK or for those of you flying to the UK to go to Simmers Meetup. Simmers Meetup is on October 1st this year, 2016, if you're watching this at a later date. And it is going to be an awesome event where lots of people who like The Sims are going to go. There's going to be some YouTubers such as myself, James Turner, The English Simmer, Hatsy, more Rachie Bop, Simified, a whole heap of creators going to be there. We're going to be on a panel and going to be answering some of your questions and discussing things. And I think if we're lucky, there could be an appearance of a Sims producer or something like that. Maybe. Because last year that's what happened, which was really cool. But this is my first year going, and I have just booked my flights. I'm going to be there. I'm going to spend some time in London afterwards. I think I'll be in London for a week afterwards. But the Simmons meetup will actually be in Manchester on October the 1st, and you can buy tickets now as well if you want to come. And I think you just have to be, you don't have to be 18. I think it goes as young as 12-year-olds can go, I think. But obviously, heaps of different ages are going to go. But if you're really little, you unfortunately can't go unless you're 12. But yeah, if you're older, if you're like me, an adult who loves The Sims, you can come along, and yeah, it should be a hoot and a half. I'll make a video about it though soon, so you guys get all the gory details. Not really, it's not gory at all, but yeah. I hope it's not. No, of course not. It'll be a lovely, safe environment. And this room's really funny in the build. I decided to make this top room the white room, and the walls are white, the floor is white, and there is only one single meditation cushion in the middle of the room. And the best part is, actually, I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna wait until you guys see it. The meditation seat looks and faces a bonsai tree. I love it. I love it. So you just stare at this bonsai, or maybe like cut it into a shape. I don't know. It's weird, but I love it. Anyways, you guys, this is the finished build. So that's the warehouse. And the top part of it, the top 2 tiers have been added on, or at least that's what I wanted it to look like. There's a pool at the back and 3 lanes in that swimming pool. And then, yeah, there's a bit of outdoor space. There's some chairs to sit out there. Let's go into the interior and have a look at the entrance there and the reception. I really wanted to use those doors. I've never used those doors before. And you can see the little kids area and the corridor to the left, which is my favorite. We've got a masseuse man researching his masseusing. That's my favorite corridor. I love that corridor. It's funny how you find little things that you really like. I just like that corridor, I guess because it's an irregular shape. And then we've got this guy training the girl in the consultation room. We've got the massage ladies also researching. They're very well researched workers, I've got to say. And then this is the change area. We've got a second consultation room. Maybe that's where the psychologist is. And this place was absolutely lit. Like, there were so many Sims here when I was taking these screenshots. I was like, whoa, nice, successful opening. I was very pleased. And I love the matching green wall with the green wall decor. And that's beautiful. That shows the industrial side. And this is the yoga room where you can do a little bit of yoga and get all tight and fit. Or just zen. Alternatively, just zen, which is fine. And all the treadmills have TVs, so it's pretty well equipped for those of us who need the highest technology to keep us, oh, my favorite room. Isn't that beautiful? To keep us entertained. And of course, here are the bird's eye views of the layout. You guys have been asking for that as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this build and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a really awesome week, and yeah, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon.